In 1398, Timur captured India, and 100,000 people were killed in this war. In 262 BC, the Kalinga War took place in India. It killed 2.5 million people during a year and is known as the Battle of Champions in the world's bloodiest rage war in China, which is regrettable. In general, more than 700,000 people lost their lives. If we look into the history of human beings, in the last 5,000 years, about 10,624 battles have been fought. Most of these battles or wars have only one purpose: to capture more and more land. The data shows that humans are not afraid of shedding anyone's blood to get the land. We do not see children or hesitate to use the most dangerous weapon of the old and stubborn world. But amid all this, there is a piece of land that changes its country every 6 months without a single bullet being fired and without any bloodshed. It is not a remote piece of deserted land, but in the middle of a populated European area. We are talking about this island on the border of France and Spain, Pheasant Island. But the question is, how and why does Pheasant Island change its territory twice a year? Welcome back to Casual Grip again. France and Spain are divided by a dammed river. Although most of the river falls in the territory of Spain, 15 kilometers before falling into the Atlantic Ocean, this river plays the role of the international border between these two countries. In the middle of this river is a small pheasant island near the Spanish city of Aran and the French city of Chai. The unique thing about this island is that if you stand here on July 31, you will be said to be standing in the territory of Spain. But as soon as midnight, standing there, you will go to the region of France. 6,800 square meters. This island is under Spain's control from February 1 to July 31, and then from August 1 to January 31. It remains under French rule. This exchange of territory takes place on Pheasant Island between France and the Spanish Navy. When the authorities of both countries come here and after a ceremony, whoever's turn it is, he waves his flag. This exchange ceremony of Pheasant Island has been going on like this for the last 170 years. Let us tell you here that it is called quantum dominion, when two or more countries run the same land simultaneously. But Pheasant Island is the only island in the world run by only one government simultaneously. For this reason, Pheasant Island is Dominion and the superior temporal Kundu Island in the world. Had this exchange occurred, have been without any bloodshed. But why does this happen? The papers of history on which this story is written are also stained with blood. Europe was going through a great deal in the 1600s. This war lasted for about years, known as the 30 Years' War. Historians say it was a religious war, but there was also a political and economic purpose behind it. This war began in year 16 and ended in a peace treaty in 1648. The Roman Empire breathed a sigh of relief again, but despite the peace treaty, France and Spain's enthusiasm for each other did not end. Instead of coming, these two used to keep fighting with each other. Then after 11 years, in 1659, both signed a separate peace treaty, also known as First Treaty or Release on Peace. If seen on the map, Paris is a vast mountain range that divides Spain and France into two parts. This peace treaty was named Peace Agreement in the name of this mountain range. It resulted from 3 months and 24 conferences between the French and the Spanish kingdom. This conference only took place on Pheasant Island on the Bidassoa River. In the joy of this peace agreement, the Spanish princess and the French king were married, whose ceremonies were also done on Pheasant Island. Although there is neither a bridge nor a permanent one on Pheasant Island, a temporary one was built over the port for this royal wedding, which looks like this. From that day onwards, whatever royal wedding used to happen in both kingdoms started getting done on Pheasant Island only. This island had become a symbol of peace for both empires. But something still needs to be decided about the custody of Pheasant Island in this Paris Peace Agreement. For the next 200 years, both France and Spain had equal control over this island. Another agreement took place in 1956, in which some decisions were taken regarding the custody of a specific pheasant island. And this time, it was decided that the island would be with France for 6 months and Spain for 6 months. Since then, the exchange process on this island has been going on. It is hardly the only part of the world which has changed its sovereign 340 times in the last 170 years. Today, the entire Europe is accessible in every way, but the Pheasant Island and the monument built on it remind us of the troubles in the past. Pheasant Island is the world's first and last event managed by only one country administrator at a time. But apart from this, there are 6 more dominions in the world. Total 12 countries visit Antarctica, and they have 55 there. Research stations have been set up, located in Sudan. Now both the Republic of South Sudan and the Republic of Sudan do this area together. The bridge is also ruled by the District of Bosnia-Herzegovina and a condo of the Republic of Serbia. El Salvador, Hindu Rashtra, and Nicaragua all claim Gulf Fonseca as their territory. Colombia and Jamaica share this part of the Caribbean Sea. What is it that the countries where the sea is found have an area of 200 nautical miles of ocean, called an exclusive economic zone? Because Colombia and Jamaica are close, their economic zones overlap. Only then did they decide that both would have rights over the entire Caribbean Sea in between. Lake Constance is ruled by Austria, Germany, Switzerland, and finally the cumbersome river. The bridges present in it and about 15 small islands have been jointly declared by France, Germany, and Luxembourg as condo regulations. I hope you guys will like and share this video of Casual Grip too. Thank you very much for your lovely comments. See you in the next great video.